Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rulebreakers promo has finally been released today. A lot of content to be done today. I'm gonna try my best to get the player reviews for each player, but it's gonna be a little bit tough because we gotta kind of work with the coins a little bit. I have some Division 1 Rank 1 rewards to open as well, but we are going to be checking out the cards that they actually released today. If you guys want to see this be a consistent thing over the course of the promos that EA do release this year, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and we will be checking them out in regards to the daily content. I have been planning on doing some transfer market stuff in regards to analyzing what could be potentially happening as it goes down. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of stuff to do today. So first off, we have a new objective player. We have Mukiele in the objectives. And guys, thank goodness EA actually understand, and they made him a foot friendlies game mode card to get. Now, don't get me wrong, the friendlies game mode, it still has skill-based matchmaking, which in my opinion is a little bit sus, but it's their way of doing whatever it is that they do over there. But with skill-based matchmaking in the thing, you do have to play friendlies, and you do have to kind of take it seriously to unlock this card, but a very cool card to unlock regardless. Assist 4 goals with crosses using Bundesliga players. Assist 5 goals using French defenders in the live foot friendly. So obviously if you have a fullback that can be attacking oriented, that's going to be the best solution for this challenge here. Score in 6 separate matches using French players in the live foot friendly Rulebreakers Classic. So players like Coleman and stuff are going to cost a lot of money for sure. Score 12 goals using Bundesliga players in the live foot friendly Rulebreakers Classic. I think my boy Paul is probably going to be able to unlock this card really quickly on his account because he already has like the Bundesliga and the French players and whatnot. And then the last one is to win 6 matches in the live foot friendly Rulebreakers Classic as well. So the ideal thing to do with this is to try to do this all in 6 games, but obviously it could take longer to unlock the card. Now, in regards to the stats of this card, we will be checking it out on Futbin in a bit here, but I do want to see what SBC they actually released as well, and it is going to be, because I have no idea what it is, the SBC challenge is going to be Enochi Williams, player pick special items. Earn these rewards by completing this SBC group. So they have it for dribbling and shooting. Ah, cool. So you have to actually decide between increasing the player's shooting or increasing the player's dribbling in regards to the selection. I wonder if you can do this SBC twice and unlock both versions of the card. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming you could only get one of them, but over dribbling over shooting. I'd probably choose the dribbling, to be honest. I'd want my players to be as responsive as possible because I feel like the shooting on these cards would probably already be good enough. So this is the part where we actually start to take a look at the cards. Futbin is crashed because of this promo. See, it's just loading so slowly. Not crashed, but it's like really slow. Okay, so let's take a look at Enochi Williams, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a look at a card here. Okay, so if we take a look at the stats here, we've got this one that has the higher dribbling. Now, for me personally, I think this one is going to make the most sense to unlock because of the fact that his dribbling stats do look pretty solid anyways, right? So we're looking at a card that's 6'1", high in average body type. If you give him a finisher chemistry style, you boost the agility, balance, dribbling on the card, and then you would actually just give him the shooting boost yourself, giving him that shot power finishing boost while having the 4-star skills and 2-star weak foot. So for me personally, I'd probably go with the dribbling boost on the card because like I said, I feel like it's very important for your general experience in FIFA to feel more responsive in the game and whatnot. So I would probably choose the dribbling one. Some people will choose the shooting one if they're okay with the dribbling, but I like my players to be as responsive as possible for sure. So that's Enochi Williams down. Let's take a look at the new Harry Kane card. Really cool, by the way, is that they actually upgrade these cards that are not usable in FIFA. Well, it's not to say not usable because in this year they are a little bit more, but in regards to using them in like the higher divisions, it makes them more usable in that regard. So with Harry Kane, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at a card that's 910k right now. Obviously, the promo just came out, but significant boosts on the card. He has the 4-star weak foot. He doesn't have the skill moves, but that's okay because now this card is incredibly usable in the game. I don't really feel out the high work rates that much personally, but like in the striker position, it's a very strange work rate for me. I'd probably have to be more aggressive oriented in the attack for me to be able to use these cards, but great great boost regardless. It makes a card like Harry Kane more usable. I think they should have done this more for these types of cards, because some of these cards that they put into this SBC are already pretty usable, but then they just do position changes and stuff, right? But Harry Kane is definitely a very good start because of the finishing boost that you give a card like this. The dribbling will be great on him, even though his base characteristics might make it a little bit sluggish because of his, I think he has like a stocky body type or an average body type with the 4-star weak foot. So Harry Kane looks pretty cool. Laporte looks like a fantastic center back. Hopefully not too expensive. He's 423k right now, but obviously Premier League, French links, Man City links, all that stuff is what drives that price really up there. Now, in regards to this card, I think his base dribbling characteristics could be in question because of his dribbling at 65, 62 balance with 61 agility, but the pace and defensive boost on the card is definitely a very welcome one for sure with the Shadow Chemistry style, because obviously pace is very important in the game this year because of through ball passes and whatnot. So looks like a cool concept card. Physical stats for base card stats look pretty nice. Not necessarily too bad there. We have the new Douglas Costa. Hopefully they actually improved his finishing. They did. Okay, so this card actually looks amazing, because here's the thing about this card. His base card stats for dribbling is already fantastic. Even on his rare gold card, you don't necessarily need to improve it. Let me just put this light a little bit higher for you guys. You don't necessarily have to improve the dribbling on this card. So with this card, you would literally just give him a hunter and he looks absolutely phenomenal, man. Amazing pace, 5-star skills, yeah, 3-star weak foot, but the shooting is very different this year, where, you know, if you actually attack and shoot with his right foot, it won't be that bad because his shooting stats are significantly improved. It's very similar with Puskás in this game. Puskás, or Puskás, I forgot how to pronounce his name, but very, very similar situation with him as well, where he's just an incredibly usable card in the game because of how they've changed the shooting mechanics in this game with the 3-star weak foot and stuff. So obviously 4-star, 5-star are still better, but it makes the card more usable when they can actually shoot the ball properly, right? So shooting stats on the card looks fantastic. This looks like a really, really awesome card for sure. The only thing that's off is the long passing part of the card. We've got Mukiele, obviously, as the gameplay objective card. So this card looks fantastic because base dribbling stats are there. Defending stats are okay, but obviously the way that EA makes these cards, they kind of force you to use specific chemistry styles to make them incredibly usable. You can give him an anchor, you can give him a shadow. An anchor would actually be really nice as well with the 90 acceleration, 98 sprint speed. The only thing is that Mukiele is kind of like a big guy. The average body type is pretty big in game, and that could affect his acceleration from time to time chasing after someone. So it's a combination of whether or not you want to give him that more physical, or you want to boost his acceleration as much as possible so he can defend really, really nicely. But he looks great with both chemistry styles. I would probably give him a shadow though, so that obviously with the fullbacks or the fullback positions, pace is very, very important. Defensive awareness is a little bit low, but that's okay. Looks like a cool card to get through gameplay objectives anyways. Right back, French, Bundesliga, some cool concepts to work with there. Next card that we have here is Lorentz card. Lorentz is a meta card in this game. Even this card right here, most people would have given him a shadow. Now, the important thing with this card here is the boosts to certain areas. Now, this card's a little bit questionable, actually. This has to be wrong in regards to what he looks like on Footbin, because he actually... It's not wrong. Did they change his work rates for this card? High work rates, but you decrease his dribbling? Why would you decrease? This has to be wrong. This wouldn't make any sense. Because the biggest thing that I was going to say with Lorentz card is that if you give this card a dribbling boost, he'd be an absolute monster. Because this little comparison right here, like if we go to his gold card to this one, yeah, the dribbling stat increase is definitely a huge disappointment. Like, yes, he gets defensive stat increase as well as a little bit of shooting and a little bit of pace, but I hope the dribbling isn't actually like that, because he's obviously a fantastic card. The dribbling is literally what he was missing. You can see here that the 75 agility, 69 balance would affect the card in regards to opening up the space from time to time. So I hope that's not real, because that would be incredibly disappointing. But if the dribbling is actually increased, then cool. But I think Footbin's actually correct in regards to that. It's obviously a database that uploads right away. Raja Nangolan's card. Let's take a look at him. So again, they decrease dribbling, but they increase decreasing dribbling on Nangolan's card is not... Okay, so they actually do decrease the dribbling on the card, which is strange. But with Nangolan's card, ladies and gentlemen, they decrease the dribbling a little bit, but they significantly improve defending and pace on this card with the high work rates. So his dribbling is still okay for the midfield position, especially with the high work rates. For me, I would obviously give this card a Shadow Chemistry style. Playing in the CDM position on the right side, I think he'd be a ton of fun to use. Looks like a very cool card, but disappointing about the dribbling decrease. If anything, they should have just been focusing on some of the stats to increase like agility, like making it like an 80 or something. It didn't have to be drastically improved. You actually didn't even have to touch it. Like, let's just say, for instance, you were going to boost the rare gold card in regards to dribbling. Just boost the agility by a +5 and leave the other dribbling stats, because increasing the stats for everything else in regards to defending and pace obviously makes a card worth it anyway. So I understand they don't want to make these cards too responsive and whatnot, but it would have been really cool to do that instead of just, you know, downgrading it a little bit. I don't really agree with that, but it's still a cool card regardless. The dribbling is still perfectly fine for sure. What else do we got here? We have Dries Mertens. Dries Mertens looks really cool. I think Dries Mertens is still a high-low work rated player. He is, so he definitely fits that... what's it called? That, like, getting behind type instruction on the card. Is it like a Hunter flex with him? I guess it's like a Hunter flex with him. I wonder what his dribbling is like, because here's the thing with this card. His dribbling stats being around here while being 5'7", like, he could still be super responsive in game, because his 5'7" height is what's going to dictate whether or not he moves quickly on the pitch. So I think giving him the Hunter to get him behind the defense really quickly, you know, and score those opportunities, I feel like would be the most ideal situation for a card like this. But he looks pretty cool. 4-star, 4-star. In regards to the boost and the... Okay, so they drastically improved... Okay, so they decreased the dribbling on these cards. I guess for their gameplay meta, they don't want to make cards too effective, so they decrease the dribbling and they increase anything else. It's very strange. It's a very strange thing to look at, but still looks like a cool card regardless. Ocampos with a... this card looks like he could be a very good cam, especially with the high work rates, 82 stamina. If I were to give this card a finisher chemistry style, the pace would be perfectly fine. It would just be more about his positioning being good. Increasing the dribbling as much as possible, and the shooting would be great because his passing stats actually look pretty good as well with 82 stamina. This card looks like a lot of fun. Yes, he has a 3-star weak foot, but definitely incredibly usable in the game as well. What else we got here? Kamara at left back. This guy was like one of the cheap options you would go with, like this one over here. This would be the baby meta cards, right? Like the cards you would use in the beginning of the game with the Shadow Chemistry style. But with this Kamara card, he gets drastically improved in the dribbling department. The pace he gets decreased in, but it doesn't matter because you would give this card a Shadow Chemistry style anyways. He actually looks like a very cool card. Passing is a little bit off, but his base card stats for physical, defending, and dribbling for a fullback is actually really nice. And he's also a high work rate player with 3-star, 3-star, so he looks pretty cool with the 92 stamina as well. So a cool, cheap-oriented card that's actually pretty nice in the game. We have Andre, which is one of the CDM cards we would trade up with from before. Andre actually looks like a pretty cool CDM as well, or center mid with the high work rates, 3-star, 3-star. If we were to give him a Shadow Chemistry style, again, boosting the pace and defending as much as possible would be cool because he has dribbling and physical base card stats. Obviously, the only problem with the card is the shooting is significantly low, but he would probably be more of a defensive-oriented CDM on high than an attacking one. And if he does find himself in the space, then cool, maybe could score some opportunities. But some cool link-ups there because you can work with him and Renato Sanchez in the same team, so two high work rated players. That could be a fun-oriented thing to do if you get him as an untradeable or something. What else we got here? We have Doomfreeze. Doomfreeze looks fantastic, actually. This is really significant stats that are increased. 48k for the card as well. Probably going to drop a little bit more as well. With the Shadow Chemistry style, looks like a phenomenal right back with his high work rates as well. Physical stats are there. Dribbling stats are actually pretty solid for a fullback. It's going to feel a little bit sluggish because it's dribbling with his 6'2" height and high in average body type, that's definitely going to affect the card a little bit for sure, but still looks like a very cool card with a shadow chemistry style. And then last but not least, we have Letzadi's card with 85 pace, 83 shooting, 85 dribbling, 3-star, 3-star. So base card stats for dribbling actually looks really nice on a card like this. I would probably give him, people are giving him an engine chemistry style. Now, engine would make sense a little bit, right? For the dribbling boost, passing boost, and pace boost, and then you would probably make him like as a cam or something with his high work rates. You know, giving him a little bit of pace, finishing, shot power is okay. Hunter would not boost his shot power enough, but if you want to use him in the attacking areas, especially on the right side or left side, you do have to increase the pace as much as possible. But if you're going to be playing this card through the middle, a finisher could be very, very ideal as well. Like his base card stats for pace isn't terrible. Yes, he won't be one of those guys that can run him behind the defense constantly, but is a cool concept card regardless. So that is it for the SBC's live content, all that fun stuff. If you guys want to see more of these types of videos in the future, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you guys later today for probably a couple of videos, boys. Today's going to be a long work day. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.